A naked bike at Monza is a bold idea because here the straight is long, the brakes are honest, and every mistake gets amplified.
Monza is not just a circuit, it's a speed landmark carved into Italy's motorsport memory.
Before it moves, the Brutale already looks like it wants to break the silence.
This isn't just styling. It's precision you can see before you feel it.
On a naked bike, air is never neutral. At Monza, it's a force you manage.
Monza rewards the prepared, because speed here comes with responsibility.
The sound is crisp, almost surgical, like the bike is clearing its throat for a sprint. Every lap at Monza starts with the same promise: stay smooth, stay precise, go fast, safely. Speed begins with grip, and grip begins with patience.
At Monza, the straight is a truce machine, and naked bikes feel every word. The real performance is not only acceleration, it's how cleanly you can stop.
Stability under load is what turns speed into confidence.
Fast chicanes punish overreaction. Smooth inputs win.
Exit speed at Monza is everything, because the next straight begins immediately.
A naked bike here feels exposed, and that's exactly why control matters. Monza never lets you relax. Every straight ends with a decision. Curbs can be shortcuts, or they can be traps. Monza decides instantly.
Between chicanes, the Brutale feels like it's inhaling the entire straight.
The Lesmos are where you stop thinking about speed and start thinking about line. Real power is usable power, fed in with restraint.
Corner speed looks boring when it's done right, and that's the point.
This is the reason Monza exists. Long straights that test everything at once.
The fastest bikes are the ones that stay calm when the rider demands everything.
The secret is rhythm. Hit the first apex right, and the rest becomes flow.
A perfect exit is free time, earned without extra risk.
This corner is a test of patience. Rush it, and the straight punishes you.
At Monza, every lap ends the same way. Back to the longest question: how fast can you go safely?
Feel is valuable, numbers keep it honest. Modern speed is tuned, one setting at a time, one decision at a time.
Tires write the real story: how smooth, how controlled, how consistent. Track use isn't about drama, it's about repeatable mechanical truth. On a fast circuit, planning the next run is part of the performance.
Control lives in millimeters, especially when the bike makes big power.
The second run is where confidence becomes measurable.
Some machines don't just move, they announce themselves to the entire circuit.
The fast part is not the braking, it's the release.
A great chassis turns chaos into calm.
High-speed corners reward stillness. Inputs get smaller as speed gets bigger.
The best acceleration looks effortless because it's managed, not forced.
On a hyper-naked, throttle control is the real traction system.
Smooth shifts preserve momentum and reduce fatigue over long sessions. Monza feels alive even when it's quiet, because speed is always expected here. The front tire is the contract. When it feels honest, you can commit.
Big power doesn't have to look wild, just effective.
At this speed, aerodynamics isn't a concept. It's physical pressure on your body.
Precision is speed that looks calm, especially in fast direction changes. The longest corners demand the smallest corrections. At Monza, the lap is the heartbeat. Repeat it clean, and the day becomes progress. Cooling down is part of going fast, because machines and riders both need margin.
The stopwatch doesn't argue. It reveals where the bike works hardest.
Track performance includes what happens between laps. Temperature control is part of speed.
The Brutale is not delicate. It's engineered for load.
Speed is physical, but composure is mental.
When the heat fades, the bike feels sharper, like the circuit finally exhales.
The best lap isn't reckless, it's accurate.
At Monza, time is hidden in millimeters, found only by precision.
The faster you go, the more you learn to do less.
Consistency turns speed into something you can trust.
The exit is the real target. Your eyes decide before the bike does.
Balance is when the bike feels like it's on rails, without feeling numb.
Straight line speed feels like pressure building, clean, relentless, and loud. Timing is what makes fast transitions look easy.
The long corner is an investment, paid back on the straight.
When everything connects, the lap feels inevitable.
The loudest bikes always end the session the same way, quiet and hot. Track work leaves evidence, quiet, mechanical, undeniable. Speed survives on basics, tension, alignment, and careful checks.
On a hyper-naked, your body is part of the aerodynamics.
Monza's speed feels even faster when nature frames the circuit like a tunnel. The best suspension doesn't feel dramatic. It feels predictable.
At Monza, sound becomes architecture. Speed you can hear bouncing back.
Italian light makes machines look like art, especially when they've earned it on track.
Track riding leaves marks, not injuries, but proof of focus.
The circuit becomes a checklist, each section asking a different question. The last run isn't about proving something, it's about doing it right.
Dust makes speed feel heavier, like the day is running out, but the bike still wants more.
The end of the day is where good brakes feel like peace.
When the rhythm is right, the circuit feels smaller, and the bike feels sharper.
The final full throttle moment is always the one you remember. Fast days end quietly, because the work is already done. After speed, silence becomes part of the reward.
Even standing still, the Brutale looks like it's mid-sprint.
This is a machine for riders who respect power and demand precision when the track gets fast.
At Monza, the Brutale 1000 RR feels raw and refined at the same time, an Italian hyper-naked that turns every